Hi, this is Michael Bolduc. Welcome to MSN Lifestyle. I'm a strategist and I use strategies to help people solve difficult problems so they can achieve their goals faster and easier than ever before. And today we're going to talk about the secrets of making instant friends. Now, how exactly does that work? Well, let me just share a little bit about how most people try to make friends when they're meeting a new person for the first time. Usually what they try to do is they start by asking questions such as, "Hi, my name is Michael, what's your name?" "Okay, great, where are you from? What do you do?" And isn't that how most people try to make friends? And why do we do that? And I believe the reason we do that is we're trying to find things in common with that person, because that's what builds friendship. Because have you ever experienced where someone says, "Yes, I came from this town," and you say, "Oh really, I come from that town too." Or, you know, "I play some musical instrument," and they say, "Oh, I played too." And then there's instant rapport because you found something in common. And usually that's how we make friends, because people like those that are like them. In other words, when somebody reflects a similarity to you, you like that person. But on the other hand, when that person's different, then you don't like that person so much. And the more different they are than you, maybe the less rapport you have with that person. So then, if that's true, if rapport really is having things in common with another person, and that's how we make friends, then let me just share with you that only 7% of the total communication is words. 38% of total communication is voice and tonality. And 55% is body language, your physiology, and so on. So what does that mean exactly? It means that words is the smallest part of our total communication. And what it really means is that's what most people use when they try to build rapport and make friends with other people. We primarily use words, and yet, as research shows, it's only accountable for 7% of your total communication. Here's what this really means. It means that we're not using, or some people are not using, the other 93% of your total communication to build rapport. So this is what I'm going to share with you in this video. I'm going to share that there are two kinds of communication. One is words that we use, but the other one is nonverbal communication, facial expressions, posture. We're going to talk about maybe the gestures and eye contact. And then we're going to talk about voice quality, how loud, how fast, the tone of voice we use, even the breathing that we have. All of those is what we consider nonverbal communication, and that is responsible for 93%. So, we're going to talk about matching and mirroring. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically a tool that we use to match and mirror the other person's nonverbal communication. Here's what this means. When you meet somebody for the first time, if they look you dead on the eye and you look away, that might break rapport with that person. And that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about nonverbal communication. Whereas if you look him in the eye directly, that means rapport, instant rapport, because they say, "Hi, that person's just like me." Does that make sense? Now, there are other ways of actually building rapport, and let's start with another one, which is facial expression. When you meet somebody for the first time, if they smile and you smile back, then instant rapport. However, if the other person smiles a lot, but you don't, you keep a frown face the entire time, you're going to lose rapport instantly. In other words, it's more important to match and mirror their facial expression than the words you use. Have you ever experienced that? Where you're talking to somebody, you're smiling and they're not smiling back? Did that break rapport with you? I know it does with me, right? So it's very important. On the other hand, maybe you meet somebody and they're very serious. You don't want to keep smiling all the time. "Hi, how you doing?" You know, smile, smile, smile. But the other person, you're going to lose rapport with that person. What does that mean exactly? Here's what this means. If you meet a person and they're very serious, then you should match their serious face, and that will build instant rapport. On the other hand, if they're always smiling, then you should match and mirror the smiling. So that is another way of making friends, is match and mirror the way they use their face. Because then what you do is you enter their world and you become like them. Another way to build or make friendship and build rapport with people is the posture that they have. For example, if you meet somebody and they have their arms crossed like this as you talk to them, and you just have your arms like this, you may not have as much rapport as you could. when I meet somebody and if they have their arms crossed, I may cross my arms as well or do this. I'm not like that, that's for sure. I would maybe do like this or like this. I may not mirror exactly, but I won't be complete opposite. You see, when it comes to posture, you definitely want to mirror the way they are. You don't need to mirror it 100% exact, but you can mirror almost closely so they feel you're just like them. Does that make sense to you? And another valuable point is how you sit. Some people, when they sit, they like to cross their legs. So if you sit down and you cross your legs, then you have instant rapport with that person. And remember, that's responsible for, the physiology part is responsible for 55% of the total communication. It's very important to sit like the other person does in order to get instant rapport. And that's what mirroring is all about. Great, so this concludes today's lesson about how to connect and make friends. I hope that you've learned enough today to go out and practice it with the people that you're going to meet. This is a tool, a technique, a strategy that you can immediately apply with the people that you meet. Begin to match the way that they stand or their arms or the way that they have a posture with you or the facial expressions, because when you do, you're going to make friends a lot easier than ever before. So, this is Michael Bolduc saying you can do it. To your success and happiness, bye for now.